Hello, my name is Bree, and I am a student in the Washington and Lee Law School Low Income Taxpayer Clinic. We provide free legal representation to low income taxpayers in the Commonwealth of Virginia who have post filing controversies with the Internal Revenue Service. In addition, we engage in educational outreach. In this presentation, I'm going to discuss the Individual Taxpayer Identification Number, ITIN, who needs an ITIN, and how to apply for an ITIN using the Form W-7. An Individual Taxpayer Identification Number is a 9-digit number issued by the U.S. Internal Revenue Service. An ITIN has only one purpose: U.S. federal tax filing and reporting. Having an ITIN does not change a person's residency or immigration status. So, who needs an ITIN? You may need an ITIN when you do not have a Social Security number, are not eligible to obtain one, and you are required to provide one or file a federal tax return. Most commonly, this would be if you are a U.S. resident alien based on the number of days present in the U.S. who is filing a U.S. tax return, or a non-resident alien who is required to file a U.S. tax return or filing to claim a refund, or you are a dependent or spouse of a U.S. citizen, resident alien, or non-resident alien visa holder who is not eligible to obtain a Social Security number. To apply for an ITIN, you will need to submit a completed copy of IRS Form W-7, valid identification for the person needing the number, and an original valid U.S. federal income tax return. Form W-7 asks for the following information: the reason the applicant needs an ITIN, the applicant's name, mailing address, and if different, foreign address, the applicant's birth date and location of birth, the country where the applicant is a citizen, the applicant's foreign tax ID number if he or she has one, the applicant's U.S. visa number if applicable, details about documents being submitted to verify the applicant's identity, and the applicant's signature. If applicant is a dependent under 18 years of age, their parent or guardian can sign on their behalf. To receive an ITIN, you must submit documentation with your Form W-7 to establish your identity and prove your foreign status. That is, prove that you are not a U.S. citizen. You will need either your passport or two of the following documents: U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services photo identification, visa issued by the U.S. Department of State, foreign military identification card, national identification card, foreign voters registration card, civil birth certificate, U.S. driver's license, U.S. military identification card, foreign driver's license, or a U.S. state identification card. These documents only establish identity. You will also need to submit one of the previously mentioned forms of ID to prove your foreign status. Applicants claimed as dependents must also prove U.S. residency unless the applicant is from Canada or Mexico. Dependent applicants will be required to submit either a passport with a date of entry or at least one of the following to prove U.S. residency. If under 6 years of age, a U.S. medical record, a U.S. school record, a U.S. state identification card, or a U.S. visa. If at least 6 years of age, but under 18 years of age, a U.S. school record, a U.S. state identification card, a U.S. driver's license, or a U.S. visa. If 18 years of age or older, any of the previous forms of ID, or a rental statement from a U.S. property, utility bill for a U.S. property, or a U.S. bank statement. Your application should also include your original tax return for which the ITIN is needed. Leave the area of the Social Security number blank on the tax return for each person who is applying for an ITIN. If you're applying for more than one ITIN for the same return, such as for a spouse or dependent, attach all Forms W-7 to the same tax return. If you're unable to file your tax return by the due date, you must file an application for an extension of time to file. Do not file your tax return without Form W-7.